Stuff that they're unclear with, and I'm concerned for the board members, that they're being pressured into voting on stuff that they're unclear about. That's why I vote no. So I'm more concerned about the board than I am about the person who's pushing his agenda.
But that's the sharpness of board members that sit behind that table and say, look, you're trying to do this which we don't approve of. And there's a lot of times that I told Tom in the meeting that I'm opposed to this because you're trying to push this through. And you're nitpicking on whatever your boss is saying and trying to get this thing voted on in the committee, in the meeting. He knows. But reprimand, never reprimand a person that pushes something on you, right? Whether you call it trickery or not, but it's up to you to sharp enough to identify that and say, you know what, I think this is not appropriate.
My only thought was that the new board, whoever the new board chair is, I will bring up at the next meeting that they carefully consider conflicts of interest.
No,
But anyway,
it's not a conflict of interest.
okay, so what I get to say is that for me is that even if we told him many of times stuff that he like pushed through, the only thing is communication. Since I've been back on the board with him and I took over position of chair, I don't know how it was previously, but there's no communication with him like how we used to. He used to call me up and tell me that this is what's going to be going on his legislative committee agenda and whatnot. And you know, it was easier to get in touch with him and talk to him on the phone, even when sometimes he would say stuff through emails that he, in the heat of the moment, that he didn't mean, and he would apologize, and then we'll talk sensitively on the phone. We haven't had that, and it's only been a brief time anyway. The problem that I have is that when he does represent the community, like last month when we had a meeting here, he wasn't here, but we had a committee meeting last month. We had some members, ladies that came and said that they would want to ask who's in charge of legislation to bring up bills that they want to hear or they want to see. And I thought that was a good enough question for that.
You know what? The legislative committee came about because in one meeting, when he was with Kevin, I told him, I says, look, you're driving your own agenda, her agenda. Why don't you get with the community and provide all the input from the community and then make bills according to what the thoughts and ambitions of the community were. So that's how the legislative committee came about. And you know, you talk about, well, he's doing his own agenda.
I never said he's doing his own agenda.
Well, he said he's putting together his legislative agenda that reflects whatever his boss is. But nobody has input.
I don't think some of the times, some of the stuff he put there is approved. I mean, I know previously when we had discussed this with Will and Rita, some of the stuff that Tom does, it is community driven, but it's not actually, sometimes not even approved by his the people that he worked for, because he's actually, in his mind, he thinks it's community driven and nothing to do with his work. And then sometimes community looks at it that he's driving his boss's best vehicle.
I'll tell you, as chair and as members of the board, you guys should question that. If you guys go leave it unquestioned, sure, you're going to push, but you guys got to be sharp enough to say, look, we don't think this is a community-driven proposition that you got on your legislative items. So let's discuss it. If it's not, then let's take it out. That's why we have committee meetings. If it's not appropriate for the community to have, or is it something that the community wants and it's not inclusive into his legislative agenda, then that should also be questioned. But it's up to you guys. It's up to you guys to question every chairman and every agenda that these chairmen of these committees have. And it's binding because when he brings it up and you guys say, oh yeah, okay, sounds good. Sounding good is not the reality of what the bill is all about or what the agenda is all about. And I mean, if you guys let it slide and the communication is not there, You guys cannot blame him because you guys aren't sharp enough to pick it up.
You know, I think, yeah, this committee meeting is very important to the whole neighborhood
Yeah.
board. They should all be here, but the same fact is that when we go to our meetings, we all on the same page,
That's the reason for this meeting, yeah?
you know? And, you know, well, in Tom's situation, he does have a lot of things to say, you know, and it all has to do with what's going on there.
This, like I said, this was just to wrap up the ending
Yeah.
of the board, and there is gonna be a new board anyway, so I just wanted to get everybody together to kind of, you know, finalize and get their word in and whatnot on what we're finishing up, so we can go down to our,
Yeah,
F.
that's me.
Let me.
Okay, hold on.
There's some things that we missed. What about the planning and permitting?
And he's not here,
That's Tinez,
Who? Oh,
Mitchell.
and then, yeah, we're still on E. We're supposed to have, we're still almost, but
Skip
we
it
still
around.
have.
E,
No. It's supposed to be. But you know,
we're on D
let me
right
go
now.
back. Let me do this
Unfinished.
for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
The planning and permitting. Ewa Beach, they're gonna expand the cages, the Moy cages. Okay. And the last 5 years ago, we opposed that Moy cages because there's a lot of things in the ocean that you know the impacts the ocean when you grow fingerlings in a massive cage. And you know, all that thing is spewed out, and the other fish outside the cage, they eat it, and there's a lot of toxins that they pick up. So they want to expand that, and there's a lot of opposition to that. Even on the Big Island now, there's opposition because of the tuna. They want to raise tuna in a similar kind of environment, cages. And there's national opposition to that. So in Ewa Beach, they want to expand it from 4 to 6 cages, and the cage is massive. They go like a football.
I thought they did them already.
No, they're going to expand. So we want a hearing on that. We want to input on that. So maybe if the agenda, you can contact the Kates.
Is
Blue
that
Hawaii,
under
Blue Hawaii.
Blue Hawaii?
But
It's gonna come under, on the.
Marine environment.
Marine environment,
Yeah.
that would be, Steve's, committee.
so you can look up.
So you wasn't for the Moy cages back in the
Never.
day when there was, you know?
No. Because there was a lot of things involved with it. And one of the things we wanted something to come back to the community, but everything that they raise go outside the community. You know, they ship it international, and there was nothing. At least something I think for the community. You know, Moy is a expensive fish that they put it on the international market. But the opposition was, you know, the fallout of raising the Moy. The toxins from the fish eat, you know, the food.
So one cage is as big as one football field, how wide?
Wide, football field wide. So they go about, yeah, it's great, it's massive.
Huge.
Right
it's
now,
massive.
right now, how many kids they got? About
Five.
5, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
4.
no, I think they got 3.
I thought there were
3
more
or
than
4.
that, you know.
But they want to go up to 6 now.
Didn't somebody run them over or damage
Yeah,
them?
I thought they found out they had more when they found out.
Yeah, because
Moy
the
would-
fishing guys, they go over it like Jellings down there. They go over the cages and then they rip them out and all the fish. That's why they found a
So
lot of
about
dead
4 to
fish on the
5
shore.
then?
That's all Moy.
4 to 5 cages then, yeah?
They want to go up to 6. So we in Ewa Beach, I think it's, you know, I mean, not only environment but also community benefits from that. You know, it's $1 billion shipping the money international and money. So I think we should look into that because on a Big Island they're opposing that and it's gone international now.
So what they're doing is they're raising the Moy in our water,
Yeah.
and they're taking the Moy
Instead of
outside.
outside.
Oh, see, all this time I thought they was raising the Moy to release into our waters
No.
to replenish our
That's
fish.
their business.
It's
It's a business, it's a private
It's a
business.
private business. All
Yeah.
this time I thought that they was
And you
raising.
know, they're not being charged. No, I don't know, but you know,
Well, all this time I thought that some of the fish
No.
was being let back into
They're
the
not giving it back
ocean
to our community.
to our community.
No.
Oh,
Why do you
okay.
think they were very upset when all the moi were released in the ocean?
Oh, okay. I thought that was because of an
No,
accident.
that's their private, it's a private business.
Okay. And what about the artificial reef? What do you guys feel
Okay,
about the
as,
artificial reef?
artificial reef,
You guys don't like? No, you guys don't
you
like?
look at White Plains now. Now you're gonna look at White Plains once they put in the artificial reef. It's gonna be so ugly, there's not gonna be waves. It's gonna be like Hawaii Kai. Okay, you see how Hawaii Kai is? Where the boats go out. Out there has an artificial reef. I remember
We
way
got one
back
too
there
on
by
Nimbus,
Kaiser.
right? Nimbus
Right?
has one too, right?
Right, and how all dirty, the water is all dirty with the artificial reef, and that's not what you want in Never Beach, because the water will not agitate. And White Plains, you're not gonna have no waves. How Bush, you're not gonna have no waves.
So what about this alternative wave
But they said the artificial
generating
reef,
electricity from our ocean up there in Kalailo?
I know, but all I can say is the artificial reef is gonna do a lot of damage, a lot of damages.
So we put that on agenda, that I have.
But when I
I
called the
think we can discuss that.
environmental, when I
think
called the
we can put
environmental,
that in the notes that we wanna,
But
put
they
that
said
as
it
the
was-
first thing for us,
on the
for
artificial reef,
the environmental, what Glenn said about the Moy cages, and then,
July or
in
August.
July.
and we can also call them about the artificial reef, but I was told back in 95 or 96, they were already approved to go.
They wanna make it bigger, that's why I'm asking.
Bigger than them, they were gonna go 1 mile,
They
right?
they wanna have more,
What?
they wanna have more artificial reefs.
This is only for Haseko, you know.
No, well, the state had asked him to work with them to,
They're implementing them.
yeah. The state is implementing, and then Joseco's gonna probably pay for them, I think.
You wanna make it more attractive for scuba divers to go down there and look at the fish.
You can make it like Disneyland, you know, that.
Throw a bunch of rocks in there and all the fish.
And I don't think that people knows about this.
No, another thing that we, well,
They should
that's
bring
that's
this
what
out
I was
of
bringing up about the
DLNR.
the marina. Remember the marina, when I was bringing up the marina? The marina too, they said that now they're not gonna even consider having the ferry coming to the marina because it's not deep enough. But when we was in talks with Joseco for the marina at the time, it wasn't even finished, and the rocks didn't even come in from China to adjust the depth. But they, from far as I know, they never adjusted their actual depth that they was planning to do in the first place. So I think what it is, we need to ask them, what calls the question is that if did they alter their plan, or they just went to onto their plan and then they said, no, we cannot accommodate the ferry because it's not deep enough. Because before they, when they was coming to the board, they said they were going to try to adjust the depth of their marina to accommodate the ferry. And as far as I know, they never, it was never a plan change to do it. And it's done. All they gotta do now is break through the reef and make the marina, finish them out. The flooring, everything is all pretty much done. The reason why they're not opening it is because the water is contaminated from the rocks that they're leaving there, and such water sitting a long time. So now they're pumping it out into their area, into they can clean them out.
Okay,
Better.
just also let you know, before I forget, there was another concern. It's just people by where I live. The question came out saying that, why is it when I think I brought this up to you, when we wash or put water in our car from our regular faucet, it dries it up, it comes white, you get white spots. Whereas the rain goes on your car, you don't get the white spots. What kind of chemicals do we have in our water? I spoke to Kumar, I spoke to Keone. Nobody ever got back to me because they cannot find out what kind of chemical they have in the water today.
I was always
The
told
residue that dries out.
let our water run a long time.
No,
Before-
even if you let the water run a long time, you can still
Yeah.
have it on your car. So they want to know what kind of chemicals do we have in our water.
It's not, I think it's a secondary,
Yeah, I think it comes up with
It's-
the salt, yeah.
it's the reclaimed water that they.
So that's what we're
It's a
drinking.
good water system. No, we're drinking good water, but the ones they use for the parks,
No, she's
No,
talking
we're
about
talking about
out
our
of the
home.
holes.
in your drinking water.
She said
Yeah.
when she ran and shoot her car get white spots.
Yeah, I could go in my house, grab a glass of water, pour it on my car because I wanted to see what they were talking about. And yes, lo and behold, I get the white residue.
Me too.
You too. So
They
where?
water the sprinkler at the,
No,
the yard sprinkler.
no, but our house one.
oh yeah.
I always had water problem in my house.
I know.
But where I live, because they did so much water stuff underground, now that we get the white residue when it
I
dries
think
up.
it'd be backflow from the pumps and
From pumps.
the hydrants.
You can,
They get the backflow.
try to have Board of Water come in,
Oh, they can't answer.
when they come to your house and do a
They
water.
test, they cannot test your meter.
They test it, but they can't answer it.
I can tell you what it is. We have that problem all in Mockito and Kapolei.
You have that problem too?
Everywhere. And it's in liquid water. And it's salt is what it is. And there's a salt content.
So
that
they
is
soften it with
below-
the salt.
It's low enough that it's not gonna affect your health, and so they don't take it out. And they can't take it out anyway, so. And it's either salt or phosphate, I can't remember which.
Calcium.
Because that's what they use in this purified water. It's the same thing. Many want to use the
What
salt
makes the
where,
hard water spots.
where Aloha uses
iron oxide.
Maybe
cyanide.
it's, we're saying
It's
everywhere
iron
because
oxide and
you're
calcium.
closer to the ocean, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh, and I'm drinking those
Oh,
water.
Sorry, look, go ahead.
Our water supply depends on how much porous rock it seeps through and how deep the wells are. And like, for instance, over by Diamond Head, the water is one of the purest waters we have in America. Tastes totally different. Tastes like the water that you're drinking there. There's no taste whatsoever. Tastes really like clear and stuff. And it just depends on where the water's pulled up and how much filtration through the rock, it's been afforded. So over there they figure, it's had like, by Diamond Head, it's had like anywhere from 30 to 50 years.
I thought all
filtration.
water is supposed to be approximately 25 years.
Yeah, that's other places, that's what I'm saying.
But
That they have more, that for whatever reason, because I heard this right from the water guy that, at board number 5, he said, the water around Diamond Head is the best water on the island, and it's much purer and doesn't have any taste. And he said it has nothing to do with Kahala or the taxes or rich people or whatever. It's just how much, how long it's gone through the rock, how much, filtration it's had.
so,
We don't have a lot out on this end. Wherever they're getting the water, whatever pools that they're getting in, hasn't had the same kind of filtration. It doesn't have
Yeah, because I
any.
remember when I was living in Wakapono when I was going to school, they told us we had to run our water all the time before we even, how we just put the glass underneath, let it run for a while and then put the glass.
and who paid the water bill?
That's pipes.
Us guys.
That's for like bad pipes.
Yeah, that's pipes.
Our house is old, I think that house was old as me.
I don't know, I changed all the pipes in my house.
But you still get noise too, you said, too, from the road, huh?
Oh, I can tell when somebody's stealing water from the hydrant.
All right.
Can be on Paseco's property.
Yeah.
Okay, board
Before
chair.
we go back to Ho'opili, are you gonna do something?
We're not talking, we have nothing to do with Popili, but what do you want to discuss?
Planning and permitting, I thought,
Yeah, well, the chair not here for his report, so.
well,
I
I
didn't
just
give
want
us
to know if you
nothing.
guys are going to be bringing up Ho'opili before the end of the year.
Oh, yeah, we're working on that one, Monday especially, well, what Monday is that?
Next Monday.
Next Monday.
When I was
Next
town
Monday, we're
meeting,
gonna have a town meeting.
over here,
Over here.
a town
Let me
meeting,
say
and then
this
we'll
first.
pass out flyers to let people know, and then, yeah, I guess you're going to give a
Just an
presentation,
informational thing about
thing.
Popili and where it's located and everything else, just everything else about roads, everything. 7 o'clock.
And can I be a part of it too?
Oh,
That's, yeah, you're gonna be a part of it. You're gonna be the, yeah.
Yes, it's a
You're gonna be-
community thing, it's not the board not running, but
We
she
don't
just,
decide, you
Yeah.
decide on your own.
yeah, it's just being spearheaded by Celeste, but the board is not actually running, it's just a town meeting. So if you got something to say, you're more than welcome to
And then you're gonna,
come and share.
you're gonna be, that's why I want to talk to you about it too, because I spoke to Glenn about it, and then, so we booked it for Monday, 7 o'clock. But prior to that, we're gonna go ahead and send out flyers and everything, because that way we can educate the people, because you'd be surprised how many people don't even know where Ho'opili gonna be.
Tell me.
Because they mention Ho'opili in Kapolei, but they do not mention Ho'opili, the
And other
exit out
residents
of Ewa Beach.
don't know, even where the development,
Yeah,
or even
they
who's
think
the
it's,
development.
they think it's way in Kapolei side, but it's
So
not.
I think that's a good idea, we can do that, pass out flyers and, try to get the community educated and to come to this meeting, and hopefully everybody comes.
I heard when you guys sign wave about Ho'opili and stuff like that, people took their horn, right? But in their mind, where's Ho'opili? You know? People stop by and say, where Ho'opili gonna be? That's what I heard, right? When you guys sign wave. You see, a lot of people don't know. So, we're gonna have a town meeting on Monday.
Is there gonna be there? The developer?
Well, we're gonna get a call once we can book something over here.
We can make not only flyers, but I guess, can have them down, I guess, over here.
If the kind of, if the neighborhood board is sponsoring it, then,
Well, neighborhood board won't be
I
involved.
don't think the board, the neighborhood board
Not
is
gonna be
gonna
involved
sponsor
with
them.
this.
We're not sponsoring, we're gonna help coordinate them, but the neighborhood board not gonna sponsor them.
well, you gonna get all the money from make flyers and stuff.
We'll do ourselves.
We can do myself.
Expensive, yeah?
Oh, the plan for make a banner for just doing that, the stencils or whatever, now it costs more than making a banner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's still you on this?
Well, I couldn't get in touch with her, so I called Aloha Signs.
You gotta go on sign, you gotta go
Excellent.
lose, man. It's the best.
Expensive, but she was from Kansas.
She just came back, actually.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Who's the guy in the guy,
She's doing
Kulana
really well.
Village, Kulana Village, he makes signs.
Yeah, Kulana Village, yeah, the one.
You know who that person is?
Yeah, my sister has a.
Is that those sticker signs or is that paint
No,
signs?
paint.
He
Oh, paint too?
Yeah, he
You work
does
for a
good
local
deals.
sign company. I used to get
Because
all
I
the
had
signs.
some old banners when I made the first weed and seed banner. And I would know you couldn't make your own banner and to put weed and seed and forgot it's copyrighted. And I don't know when we first had my child family service. He did them, he paint them for me. Reuse one banner and he would just repaint them because it was only gonna be one town meeting, eh? So we'll leave signs that day for let them know we're gonna have a meeting for weed and seed. So we can do that, 7 o'clock, whole PD
How
town
lo-
meeting.
through him?
Yeah, true.
How much?
I think it was like only $50 or $25. I think he charged for weed.
Could be.
If you get one sign, already, if you don't need to come with one, you don't need to
We
provide
got-
all that. If you get a used banner and reuse the back like I did, and you just gonna paint them on for us, information, right? It's only gonna
Yeah,
be
information.
whole PD, town meeting tonight, whatever, and then you just hold a sign over there. And stuff, that's all you do.
Look at that. We're gonna use yours. Okay, you do know how to get in touch with him?
Yeah, I'll get it out from my sister.
Okay. Hey, your sister been up at my mother-in-law's house every day, huh?
Yeah, actually, just speaking of that, I have a beautiful ice box from your
I
family.
know, do you want to wash
Oh,
and dry? Hey, give a whole little room set too, you know?
Oh, boy.
Tell her, give away everything already, get everything new.
Yeah, no, it's funny that that's what she called me when I was the vino.
Oh, the washer dryer too.
I don't know about the washer dryer, but the thing is that.
What else you got?
We'll take it all.
Yeah.
Neighborhood board chair, we'll take whatever you got. We can make sure people in the community use that kind of stuff. We're always
Yeah.
affording and supplying people that are in need. If I could be
Over to transportation, traffic and
Yes.
transportation.
neighborhood board chair, if I could be recognized, I would like to submit my report, which I have right here.
But we stand on E or F?
Both,
Oh, E
This
and
one,
F.
Kobe?
yes.
Am I no longer a traffic and transportation chair either?
I think you're gonna find out right now.
Mr. Chair, have I also been
I've got
replaced
one.
as traffic and transportation chair?
Anyway,
Yes.
since it's my time to talk, my report is Also informational and factual. I did attend 6 different meetings regarding transportation issues. I wrote this so that it's really easy to read, because what I want to do is I want to educate people as to what's happening here and what all these acronyms mean, and committees, subcommittees, and everything. So even though this will be my last report and only report for this neighborhood board 23 end of this term, I will make it known that I would like to be made the chair and member of the Transportation and Alco Citizens Advisory to the new neighborhood board chair, so that I've made this report so that the new chair will be impressed in that how much I want to do to make these corrective measures and to let the community know what's happening, and then to unveil the smoke screen of all of what's happening here. So at any rate, Ever Neighborhood Board 23 agenda setting and all committees meeting, Traffic, Transportation, Alcohol, Citizens Advisory Committee, CAC report, Monday, June 8, 2009, Sing Park. This report is regarding item 3 on Neighborhood Board agenda. Traffic and Transportation Committee Chair for E, Traffic and Transportation, and OMPO member for F, of Oahu Metropolitan Planning Organization Citizens Advisory, OMPO CAC. This also is my report on the meetings that I have attended as the Transportation Chair and OMPO member. You can just review the meetings. Also, I have reviewed status updates. I have all the information for the reviewed status updates, but I do not have copies for everyone tonight, but I will, upon being selected the chair and member at the next neighborhood board, I will provide the neighborhood board with copies and some information regarding the reviewed status updates. And I encourage people also to access OMPO by email or website, or you can call them on the phone. Review status update highlights, 52809 status update of prioritized list of eligible Oahu proposals requesting transportation enhancement funds. B, CAC recommendations for fiscal year 2011-2014 transportation improvement program tip. C, FY's 2008-2011 tip revision 13 dated 6/409 that I just received in the mail. D, Oahu Regional Transportation Plan, ORTP 2035 update, proposed ORTP 2035 vision statement. My official alternate is Rich Hargrave. I am the Ever Neighborhood Board 23 Traffic and Transportation Chair and OMPO PAC member. Gordon Lum, Executive Director of OMPO, is whom I'm working with, and Marianne Yoshida, the Community Planner of OMPO. I'm also working with her, and again, I've included information on the bottom so that if you're unclear as to what's happening and you're not presented with information via flyer or handout, that you can access all those to get the right information on whatever concern you have. This is my official report, and I'm looking for, I guess, for it to be approved.
Are you going to submit for our board meeting?
Yes.
This information?
And I'll bring some extra flyers. You know, it costs money for ink and paper, but that's why I say, you know, people can access this over the computer. But I will bring the highlights of what I think people want to know, and I don't really have to go into detail about them, but we do have 4 different items that we do have 4 different items that were reviewed on the reviewed status update highlights. I guess I could just share that with you right now, just so you folks can feel at ease about this. Okay. The In the description of the CAC recommendations for fiscal years 2011-2014 Transportation Improvement Program, we do have SO9 tip to include Fort Barrett Road widening, Barrington Highway to Barbers Point Gate. We did have also a new telecommuting pilot project that was also included in TIP. That Fort Barrett Road one was accelerated, the construction date from 2013 to 2010. And then also I would like to say that my alternate Rich Hardgrave did at the last minute was able to include on the new description for Geiger Road widening Fort Weaver Road to Kalealoa and Kamakila Boulevard to Costco, and for another Renton Road widening Fort Weaver Road through Verona Village. And I spoke with Mary Ann, and she said that even if the wording isn't correct here, is exactly to, because I noticed in the wording it's not, it could use a little bit more refining, and she said that's okay, we're in there for that, and then we can, as the time goes on, then we can go ahead and we can make it a little bit, because they got like Boulevard to Costco, so it's a little bit, the description needs to be changed a little bit. She said that's not a problem, just as long as we're on there. So everybody has a copy of my report. My report is submitted. And hopefully, whoever becomes the next neighborhood board chair, I am looking forward to being the transportation chair and the OMPO member.
Did they ever say anything about the new shopping center couple that are going to improve those roads?
I don't know anything about shopping center and couple.
Don't you know that?
The reason I'm laughing is because the shopping center is on hold.
Oh, really? Why is that? They're not Hawaiian.
No, that was the first thing that came to my mind, but it had nothing to do with that. No, I'm funding money.
And D-White Pro.
Yeah, something to do with money now. So
Everything is money
yeah,
nowadays.
so I kind of got a little bit up on a hold from what they're saying, and because we brought up those roads to some of the other board members, like Nanakuli and Kapolei.
Board Chair Kurt Fevella, somebody's
Yeah,
wants
hold
to
on.
be recognized.
Okay, that's it, Celeste.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Scott.
Thank you for that report, Toby. That was very informative. Just as a matter of procedure, Chair Fevella, did you at some point intend to tell me before this meeting that you had replaced me as traffic and transportation chair, certainly within...
What I can do is I'll give you the minutes
I'm just...
in April. I'm pretty sure it was in April when at the board you said you quit. You don't want to have nothing to do with the board. So
Excuse me? Until you, so...
yeah, so like I said, this is not a place for me to discuss.
Oh, actually it is, because this is like a committee meeting where
I know.
those decisions were made, so this is actually the only time to discuss it.
Oh yeah, so you think it was made in this committee meeting, your
Well,
removal?
It appears to me, based on what
Okay,
you
well,
just said...
your removal
Can I
wasn't based
speak,
on,
Yeah, I think you just said that...
yeah, I'll let you
April-
speak. You get another minute.
Have you been timing anybody else this evening, Chair Fevella?
No, but it's my prerogative,
You're gonna
because you
start.
see, this is confrontational.
Board Chair Kurt
What
Fevella.
you bring is confrontation, I already answered you at the board level though.
Board Chair Kurt Fevella, I'd like to remind you that we are
Yeah.
being taped.
Yeah, I know.
So I would say that we
Turn off the
should,
camera if you talk.
No, the camera's gonna stay on,
then
don't...
I should say that
Okay,
you should
then
not
don't
answer
want
his
the
pointed
public-
questions, and I will not be answering your questions either.
We took the issue of Town Bird. I think if this is an issue, we should bring it up right now.
Okay,
Of course.
moving on to G, education.
Okay, so then I also have another question, Mr. Chair. Since I wasn't allowed to, and I think I'm still within my, first I'm gonna use the minute that I haven't been able to use for traffic and transportation. So if I'm allowed to use that.
Is that a question to do with Colby's report?
It has to do with the procedure through which I was removed.
Okay,
And
no, I'm
trying
asking if you have anything to do with his
No,
report.
I think that you said that I had a minute, and so
It has to be according to what is on the agenda, and agenda over here says, Oklahoma
You just,
Metropolitan
no,
Planning
I'm sorry, Chair
Organization meeting.
Fevella, you just submitted into the agenda of this meeting the reason why you removed me, which
Right.
was a quote-unquote April 15th
I didn't say that's why I removed you.
Board
I
Chair
didn't say that's why I
Fevella, be careful
removed.
what you say because everything you use will be used against you.
I didn't say that's why he was removed.
Board Chair Fevella.
I can't even speak for a minute to
Let
clarify.
him talk, Kurt, let
To
him
a person
talk.
who does not have professional
Kobe, let him
courtesy.
talk.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen?
Quick, hey, Kurt,
No, Glenn, I'm gonna tell you this
I
right
tell
now.
you, he go, like
You can
everything
do
else,
whatever
we're
you
gonna
want.
find a complaint against you.
You can do whatever you
And
want.
we're gonna raise the issues,
Go ahead.
the last
Board
4
Chair
complaints we
Fevella,
filed
this sounds
against
like a
you.
threat, and I
We're
think
gonna
this
raise
should be
that too.
recessed.
Thank you.
If you don't like listening to this guy,
Thank you.
then that's the issue that
That's
we're
a
gonna
threat,
raise.
and I'll take the
Okay.
threat into consideration.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're
Board
gonna
meeting
raise it.
over.
You're now adjourning this meeting?
Oh, yes, I am.
Are you really?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Scott, for your time.
God bless you, Chair Fevella,
Yes.
thank you for your service.
God bless you.
Thank you for the beautiful
See, that's
message.
the shady part about you, Kurt. You know, you want the issue to be raised, but you don't like listening. You don't like listening to
They don't
people.
have professional
But you know what?
courtesy.
No,
We're gonna
it's,
file- we're gonna
we've
file
completely
complaints
turned this
against you.
into something other than the public forums.
They don't boards, they haven't offered to hold any positions of authority or leadership, they don't have anything in their
We're gonna file-
Are we adjourned and now we're just all in mudslinging? Is that what we're doing now? I mean,
What are you gonna do? Go down there, file a complaint against this guy.
okay, well, I got it on camera, that's why I recorded.
So we're gonna raise the issues again about you not letting the public speak, Kurt. The last time we squashed the issues, right? We squashed the complaint, but this we're gonna bring them up and make them stick.
Okay, Glenn, thank you for your information.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna find out?
The bucket pictures? Yeah, you know what, I was looking for your card and I looked at this bag, but I couldn't find it.
Okay, I'll do one more time.
You know what,
I just wanna find out if somebody will help me. I have, I don't agree to it, I'm asking for help. No, I wanna put it on the web, I wanna put it on.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I wanna take